Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Natalia Inspiration. If you haven't subscribed to my channel as yet, please go ahead now and like, comment, share, subscribe, and don't you forget to turn on the post notification bell so you can be notified as soon as I upload a new video. Alright, so guys, as you know about the hurricane Melissa that is supposed to hit Jamaica, yeah, guys, I have a few clips that I want to play for you. So guys, wanna just sit back and just watch these clips, and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section.
Your government has built out a comprehensive multi-layered disaster risk financing framework to ensure that we can respond quickly and effectively. We have the National Natural Disaster Risk Fund and the Contingency Fund, which we will use to start the relief and recovery process. Beyond these, there are additional layers of insurance protection that are triggered once specific impact thresholds are met, along with contingent credit facilities. The NWA, JDF, NSWMA, local governments, and our utilities are all prepared to reopen roads, restore access, and reinstate service to ensure a quick recovery. The Ministry of Labour and Social Security, supported by the JDF, is fully prepared to lead the humanitarian relief effort and the data gathering for damage assessment. Please play your part in having your identification and other documentation ready if you have to apply or register for relief. The Ministry of Agriculture is ready to offer support to our farmers and fishers to ensure that they are back out in the field as soon as possible. The Ministry of Health is making plans for major mosquito and other vector control initiatives immediately after the hurricane to avoid outbreaks of diseases, especially dengue. I'm in the Drewsland Balcombe Drive area of my constituency, West Central St. Andrew, very close adjoining the bordering constituency of Western St. Andrews. Specifically, I'm on the banks of the Sandy Gully. Now, the Sandy Gully was built in the 1960s. That was in response to Hurricane Flora and Charlie, which created massive flooding. And this has been really the spinal main infrastructure for drainage for the entire Kingston and St. Andrew, particularly for St. Andrew, taking water from the hills and carrying it through St. Andrew, through parts of Kingston into the harbour. Now, the infrastructure is aged, as you can see, and some of it is crumbling, but by and large, it is still very functional, needs to be maintained on a regular basis, needs to be cleaned, but it will still carry a huge volume of water. But there are some areas, as I've said, that are significantly compromised and would pose a challenge. So I've inspected the gully bank coming from Malines Road up to this point, and the inverts are generally in order. The walls are generally in order. There are a few areas, one of which I sent a team yesterday to check, where one of the walls is compromised, and we will try to have that repaired as quickly as possible. We won't be able to do anything now, obviously, but hopefully that compromise won't lead to a total blockage of the area. Further down, there is another area of compromise which we're going to look at. But in spite of its age, it is being challenged by not just persons living on the gully bank, which in this instance, there is a safe distance between the gully and the homes, but it is also challenged on a daily basis by garbage, but other kinds of infrastructure work. In this case, there is a sewage line which runs parallel to the gully, and that has been compromised, and the compromise of that sewage line would have also compromised the walls, the invert, and the walls on the other side. So if you can give viewers a perspective of the damage of this end of the gully. Now, that we are in a period of disaster when there is likely to be heavy rains, some of the homes that are proximate to this damage could face serious dislocation. I'm told that some persons have already evacuated, but others say they don't have anywhere to go. We'll look into that. We'll see how we can help. But we will mobilize very quickly after the hurricane to ensure that this is repaired. Of course, this is not going to be a simple repair, as you can see, but we will ensure that it is repaired. There is a program to do repairs along the entire stretch of the Sandy Gully. That is a major capital works. It will take time, but as we are facing more frequent and intense natural disasters, this is an investment that needs to be done. So again, I want to appeal to all the residents who live along this drainage spine, which is the Sandy Gully, to take the necessary precautions. If you are on the gully bank, now is a good time to make precautions to move off the gully bank. If you are inclined to throw debris and garbage into the gully, desist from doing so, because once it gets into the gully, even though it is wide, it does clog up when it has to encounter bridges and tributaries when they join, and that is where you could have points of overflow. So to the residents here in Waterhouse, Balcom Drive, Jewsland, I give you the assurance that this matter will be addressed. In the interim, do what is necessary to stay safe.
We have heard from our Prime Minister, Honorable Andrew Holness. Now let's hear from some of the people who are preparing for the hurricane and also experiencing it.
Straight through. Tomorrow morning, straight through.
So you never hear about the wind?
Yes, we hear about the wind and everything. We started the wind, man. We bring the light for the party. Raise the can't stop this. Even come on with sleep away top of the party. Raise the can't stop this. Rima, church story with the best coming from the world. Welcome! Everybody generate! In the rain!
Becky, no, we're not going to do that. As long as I know hurricane from Gilbert, never leave here yet. What happened to the people will leave here, I think it's Dean, and go to the stadium. And it never worked out good for them. My lady was one what Field LeBlanc Tower take place at the area. And it was nice. Them take us from here, carry you to the stadium. When them supposed to come back for you to carry you back home, there's nobody to carry you back home. Them have to foot it home. From stadium. Walk from stadium, come straight back to Port Royal. Okay. That was lovely. And then the thief and the molestation where them carry on with at the stadium that time. All the people that went that time said them won't be going back. They'd rather die here. Because it wasn't lovely. But me, myself, I don't believe I can run from there. Yeah. So anyway, the Father ready for me. Me know him can't take me, so me not running. So me stay out every weather. And like this one, make no difference. When it is category 6, me not moving.
I never been in a house when a hurricane in a Port Royal for me know myself. And Gilbert till this day. Outside.
Outside?
Outside.
I never left Port Royal?
Never! Every time the water came on the land, yeah man, this is the fisherman for El Shabi, right now, they get a lot of breeze, and they don't know the waves, they don't know the reef them kind of low. So the rate them extra high now. You understand me? I don't know. The storm is not quite here as yet. So the notice said we want everybody on a safe compound. We don't know, so this is not going to be normal. You understand me? So we are still look what's going on and see what we can do to assist the people in the community. You understand? As a fisherman here. So
JPS report, there are no major incidents currently on the electricity grid. However, the system is beginning to experience the effect of heightened wind and rainfall extending across the island. There were areas in Portland and St. Thomas that had outages, but crews were unable to respond immediately because of unsafe weather conditions. These are being addressed along with other reported outages across the island. At 9 a.m. this morning, there were 51,439 customers without electricity, broken down as follows: 33,633 customers in the west, that's 65% of the outages, 13,009 in central, it's 25%, and 4,797 in the east, 10%. Outages are increasing with deteriorating weather, and with each outage affecting on average 50 to 100 customers. The major cause of outages are trees on lines due to the high soil saturation levels. There are approximately 550 persons pre-positioned and are responding to outages as weather conditions permit. Let me remind you, take note, the My JPS app and the emergency line 888 called JPS, which is 225-5577, 888-93-5577. Let me repeat those. 225-5557, 888-935-577. Also, My JPS online on all social media platforms. The JPS mobile app can be downloaded from the Apple Store or the Google Play. I recommend that everybody does that so that you can at least report and get a reference number in order to send